2023 on the I Love CVille Network, and it's one of our absolute favorites, Patty Zeller.
Oh my God. Y'all better hang on, people. This is going to be a wild show today.
Give the show a like and a share anywhere you are watching. We'll rock and roll here in a matter of moments. Before we start, how are you feeling?
Uber charged. How's that sound? Uber charged. That could be a good thing or a bad thing.
I think that's a great thing.
Yep. It depends on who you ask.
We're going to talk all things animals, all things dogs, everything related today on today's program. A lot we're going to cover with the esteemed retailista.
Oh, man.
Patty Z.
Oh, boy.
My friends, ask questions, chime in, get some perspective. We'll catch up on the year that was, but we won't spend too much time doing it because we're both forward-looking people. We are. That's how we are. That's how you and I are. I had no doubt that you were going to say that. I had no doubt that you were going to say it.
Wow. No surprises left.
The on-air chemistry is working like it always does. Judah Wickower, we can rock and roll when you're ready. Good Tuesday morning, guys. My name is Jerry Miller, and welcome to What's Barking Local. Thank you kindly for joining us on a glorious day in 2023. It's good to be with you. Patty Zeller, the star of our program.
Woo!
How are you, Patty?
I am enthused and ready for the year. How about you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
This is the first show we've done so far in 2023.
Yes. All right. I like being first.
Yeah, I know you do.
Nice.
You wear first place well.
Thank you. Thank you. I like blue.
How were the holidays? How was the celebrations, the festivities?
Busy, and celebration abounds. I mean, it's just been a great year, and, I can't say enough good things about, just what a year for community. I mean, I've said this before to people in my retail groups, but they're all talking about their year end and, where are your numbers? What are your percentages? La-da-da-da-da. And I just want to say that this has been the most amazing year for people to be aware of local spirit. We have had so many comments. I mean, people have gone out of our way in the last 2 months to just say, hey, we appreciate what you're doing. We appreciate you having the events. We appreciate how you give back to the community. We appreciate all that you are doing for our animals, and that we can trust you with the very best information and products. And people have said things like that before, but I don't think I've ever had so many comments like that in 1 year. And, that really means a lot. That means more to me than percentages, There you have it.
I love it.
That's my year.
You've earned all the spoils and the rewards and the trophies that have come with the hard work.
Well, I will tell you, I have a great team behind me. I mean, and with me, and not just behind me, but with me. I mean, Laura, Kyle, Carol, Jesse, Conrad. Everybody that contributes in some way is very, very important.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So now we look to 2023.
Let's do it. What I wanted to talk to you about today were
the state of the pet world.
Kind of, yeah. This is like the state of, not really the state
of the union,
but this, you're right. It's the state of the pet world, because last year was spent with a lot of people going back to the workplace, and now even more so this year. Funds are tight. Prices are going sky high for things. And, I've thought long and hard about this and put together some ideas on how we can make your pet care easier and more affordable, more dynamic. And, our mission in life is, we're not just a pet store, we're pet lifestyle professionals. That's what I like to call it. So, we're very concerned with not only your pet's diet, but their overall health and well-being and their mental health and behavior. So we just want to touch on some of these things so we can hopefully make this year easier and more affordable for your pet families. How's that sound?
That sounds fantastic, and I'm eager to listen to learn.
Well, the first thing I want to mention is, it's people ask, why do pet foods, why are these prices higher, last year? And, you're going to see some increases this year across the board, not just our brands, but the grocery store brands. And you have to realize that things like drought, extreme heat, all affect meat products. They affect cattle and poultry. They affect getting those animals to where they are processed, and then the gas, getting them to where the pet food is made, and then getting it to distributors, and all of that kind of snowballs. So you have to expect some of that. We're already seeing a little bit of this here and there. We are seeing some mergers by some of the leading pet food companies to corporations, and we are watching those very carefully, because what I don't want to see is the integrity of the brand changed in any way, like the recipe or the ingredient sourcing. We're looking at things like that. We are very concerned with getting your most value for your dollar with your pet food. And so what we're doing at Animal Connection is, keeping our pet food options very, very clean, very transparent. We are looking for only companies that have independent third-party testing, because I want the research and the data to back it up. If you're going to spend money for a pet food, I want you to get the best value for those items that we can get. And we do a lot of research. We research every brand that we stock. I want to be able to talk to the sales rep if something's wrong, or thank them when something's right. We want to get samples, and we stand behind everything that we sell 1,000%. If your dog has had one bite of a 30-pound bag and don't like it, we're going to refund it. That's kind of how we roll. But to do that, we have the support of amazing distributors and suppliers that we've grown to know and love for the last, over 22 years. So it's that kind of trust factor that we have. Loyalty programs are a real big topic of discussion this year. And I know just about every pet store has one at different levels. Buy 12, get one free. Or you might have a loyalty card where you're collecting points. But what you want to look at for sure is what else you're getting for that loyalty. I know that our program is not only buy 12, get one with our suppliers, but we also have a points program. For every dollar you spend, you get a point. When you get 200 points, you're getting $10 cash back.
That's big time.
It is. That is a good chunk of change. And then it also gives you the opportunity to do what we have on fifth Saturdays. Any month that has 5 Saturdays, we're going to give you a shopping bag. You're going to come in and you can fill it up with toys, treats, chews, pet food. Anything that fits in that bag is 20% off. That's a huge, huge deal. And I only know of local independent stores that are doing that, which is great. Ask your pet store if they're doing that. We sure are, and we take ours a step further. For instance, our fifth Saturday was December 31st. It was my birthday. So what do? We let people buy their pet food and their fill-the-bag sale at 22% off for 2022. And people were walking out with big bags of pet food. It was great. We also had the beds on sale. Lots of big things were on sale at that 22%. So, we're trying, people. We're trying to make sure you have the best, what's the word I'm looking for?
Value proposition.
Thank you. But that's value for your investment in your pet's food. How's that sound?
So let me ask you this question. Why, how is the locally owned pet store able to offer such incredible opportunities to the customers?
Well, I can only speak for our store. We designed our store so we don't have backstock. We can get 4 deliveries every week, so why do I need backstock? So we have worked really hard to get very good deals and not spend floor space on things that are going to sit. And personally, I'd rather have fresh pet food for my customers every week. You know, I know where it comes from, and I know where it's stored in different places, and I know how it's prepared. So that's one thing that we do to try to keep pricing down. The other thing is we can make any pet food better by just adding things, different kinds of toppers. Maybe it might be just like a handful of freeze-dried, but you've raised your dog's immune system, you know, just that much by just a little small steps, or our goat milk, or some bone broth, or some very good quality canned food. You know, we encourage these little steps where you can take maybe a less expensive pet food and make it just a little bit better. And all of this is going to help your dog have less time dealing with scratchy, itchy skin, flaky skin, teeth problems. I mean, all of these things will make your dog's system stronger so that you can have hopefully fewer medical bills coming up. You know, that's our job, is to do our homework, give your dog the best diet that you can afford, and and work with your dog, from a holistic standpoint.
I want to highlight one of the things Animal Connection does extremely well. We've worked alongside each other, I think, about 7 years now. 2015 when we started, and one of the things that I realized immediately with you is everything that's in your store, you know about that item.
I do.
She legitimately does. So when you walk in, I've literally seen this. We used to do videos in her store, and customers would walk in. In the midst of doing a video and being on camera, Patty would go from being essentially an on-air personality, where she's the face of the brand, to having to provide customer service. And that's not easy to switch, because that's two different sides of the brain. And then people would come to you and they would ask you about this, and you had the intel on everything that was in the store. So that knowledge is critical, what you're offering.
Yes, and all of our staff is trained that way. We cross-train our grooming and our retail staff on both sides. I mean, our retail people can talk just as intelligently about what's involved in the grooming as the groomers can talk about what's going to help your dog have better skin and coat. So that's really important, and that's a lot of things that you can't get at big box stores. Is that cross training ability, and it's important. It's what sets us apart. So, but this is about your pet. So if you guys have questions on diet or anything, chime in the comments. I mean, we're here to answer nutrition questions or grooming questions. Whatever you've got questions about today. So you can chime in the comments.
Bill McChesney, hello, the mayor of McIntyre, watching the program. John Siegel, watching the program. Offer some perspective, and we will relay it live on air. Your neighborhood delivery is something that should be highlighted.
Well, it is. I mean, we do some of that, and we started doing that during COVID. I mean, we have a certain radius that we offer, but we did find that people just loved coming in the store so much that they would choose maybe curbside pickup or coming to the store rather than having it delivered to their home, because they just wanted to see what we were up to, and I love that compliment. But some things that you can do, we're talking about maybe some recession ideas, because, gas is expensive. Who knows if it's going to get more expensive again, but there are things that we do that maybe people don't know about. We do delivery. We would love to consider, if you have a workplace where a lot of people have dogs, let us know, because we can deliver your products to your workplace. Some of you may have dogs that come with you to work every day. Awesome, great. We'll bring them treats, whatever you need. And also, because there are so many condos and apartments out there, we're going to make a big push to do like a satellite delivery this year to different apartment and condo complexes. So, we're doing things like this to save you time and money so you can have more time with your dogs.
That's great.
Your pets, right?
And that's what it's all about.
Right. So those are the kind of things you can look forward to this year. Or this week. Call us, ask us. We're here to do it.
How do you get recharged for another year? Is that something you have to muster up the momentum and energy this time of year?
It is. I will tell you that I had a lot of downtime. Not over Christmas because we were seeing family, who I love, but it can be tiring. But over New Year's, boy, I slept. I mean, I do sleep well all the time, but I really needed some downtime. But typical Patty, my downtime was getting ready for my Platinum Mastermind groups and reading. I had assigned reading, and I had to do vision statements. I had to do a personality test, a Gallup test, and all those things take time. So, and just figuring out just what it is that I want to learn and do, and where do we take the business forward. So, yes, it was days off, but there was a lot of thinking time, That's what we do.
And that's the interesting thing about running
Yeah.
a business is even if you're not working in the business, you're constantly consumed by it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I always take Monday. One of the reasons we're closed on Monday is so I can work on the business, and then the rest of the time I'm working in the business. I mean, those are two very, very different things. But
The E-Myth Mastery.
Yeah, you got to have thinking time. Do you remember that show, Keeping Up Appearances?
Yeah.
Remember that?
I do.
With Mrs. Bouquet, and then that guy Onslow, that was, always being lazy, but I remember his phrase, hard work's thinking. I mean, he used to say that all the time, I'm thinking. So, thinking is hard work.
One of the things that you pride yourselves on as well is the live events.
We do, so we're starting to think about what do we want to do for this year, and we would love to have feedback on that. We're talking about the return of Dog Fest.
Oh.
And I wish we'd shown the little video. Remember that funny video you and I did?
Yeah.
We'll put a link to that in the comments at some point. But, Dog Fest is a huge undertaking, and for those of you who don't know, we would have 45 some booths, a band, a bar, food trucks. We had what we called
Costume goers.
Right, costume contests. We had lots and lots of rescue groups and pet businesses participating. But it is a huge endeavor. We had it at X Park, and
You planned it for months.
We'd start in January, so
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it already. We usually have it in September. The last time we did it, you and I think there were well over 3,500 attendees.
I think I thought there was over 4,000.
4,000, yeah. It's a huge deal. But one thing we have to do is we have to find out, are the rescue groups ready? Can they drum up enough volunteers to do this event? And what kind of business is? So we're putting our feelers out there now. I would love to see it come back.
Me too.
I would love to see it come back. But, we'll have to see what's happening with that. And other things that are coming up, they're going to be really fun. The SPCA's Bow Wow Walk is April 22nd. It's going to happen at Boar's Head, and there's going to be vendors, a really nice walk with your pets, food trucks, some fun. That's something you want to mark on your calendar right away, and that is a very good fundraiser for the SPCA at a time when, it's puppy season, kitten season then, so they really need some extra funds. So I'm working with Emily Swecker on that as we speak, and things are happening. And then for us, we do well with the smaller events.
That's what I was just going to say. One of the things I've seen you evolve is you've evolved having more volume events at a smaller scale of engagement.
This is true. So one thing's for sure, I know we're planning a big Valentine's weekend. With the SPCA, we're going to be doing something with all the beagles, and we don't have all the details on that yet. But, things like Mardi Gras, yappy hours on our patio, opportunities for different breeds of dogs to meet up and socialize, because one thing that's been missing during COVID is appropriate dog socialization. So, we want to get more involved with that. And then, the human aspect, socialization for humans and their pets. I mean, who knows? I mean, if you're on your own, you might meet somebody you really like that also likes dogs. That's how I met my husband, is because he really likes dogs. So you never know. Not like I'm going to be the Yenta of the pet world, but you never know where it'll take
Oh,
you.
you might be the Yenta of the pet world.
I don't know about that.
The Patty for Millionaire Matchmaker on Bravo.
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't go there. But yeah, so that's what's upcoming.
You have so much upcoming, constantly upcoming.
Yeah. Well, we've got to provide things at all levels for all all people in the pet world. And
What makes you want to return Dogfest back?
it was just so darn fun.
It was fun. It was a lot of work.
Yeah, and it just brought so much awareness to all the different rescue groups that we have and other nonprofits, and it was just a real way to rally the pet community,
The whole community.
providers, and then just people who love pets and beer, and Three Knots was involved. So, music, live music, it's just all about, one thing when I started Animal Connection is I wanted to be the center of the pet community. And
You have become that.
you know what? I think so.
Yeah, you're the epicenter. I say
so.
that with confidence and conviction. Kevin Higgins asked you a question from Crozet.
Yeah.
Patty, what are your thoughts on therapy animals?
Therapy animals? What do you mean? In what way?
Yeah, offer a little more perspective on that,
Right.
Kevin Higgins.
Part of Dogfest, we did have people that were responsible for training therapy animals and showing what therapy animals can do. I mean, the service dogs of Virginia came, and there's so many different kinds of therapy these days that, when we start looking for who wants to have booths, we are going to go there. But, dogs and cats are great therapy. Whether they're professionally trained or not, they're good for your soul.
The challenging part with Dogfest was it was so weather dependent. And you work so hard all the time.
But remember that time
The rain one?
When it poured rain.
Yeah.
And we still had
We had a great time.
We still had 100 people in the costume contest.
We did.
Just put everybody on stage.
We did.
You just go with it.
But
But that's one reason why we want to look at it for September, because in October, who knows what you're going to get.
Right, and that's why you moved it up.
Absolutely.
I also miss it. I appreciated the hard work that went into it. Guys, when she's planning Dogfest, she's legitimately spending 9 months of the year planning this event.
It's a big baby.
It's a big baby. And I always enjoy, with the help of Dave Warwick and some other celebrity guest judges, picking the costume contest
Casey
winners.
Hott.
Casey Hott.
Matt Tollin,
that's right.
Back in the day. Yep. So, who knows? The bands that came. Remember the year when the Gladstones played?
The world's
and
best party
Pollocks.
band?
That's right, the world's best party band. Yep. The Gladstones played 1 year, and then the Pollocks have played before. So, there's a whole lot to love about Dogfest.
Yvonne says Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year, Yvonne.
Happy New Year to you as well.
Yeah.
Grayson asks, what are the colorful scarves in front of Patty?
Oh, man. Well, this is another thing we want to talk about, too, is, the value of working with your animals. And, if you're gone back to work, you need to give your animals something to do. And I just want to show these. I mean, this is like a little surprise thing. This is one of the nicest made snuffle mats I've ever seen.
Snuffle mat, Judy.
Right. It's got heavy background, so it doesn't slide everywhere. And I love the colors. What you do is you put your kibble or treats in here, and your dog's got to work hard to find what's in there. But you know what the best part of this
Tell me.
is? They're locally made.
Ooh.
These people approached me the week before Christmas, and I was like, oh my goodness, I've got a salesperson coming in the week of Christmas, but I took them on consignment. I sold them all the first day.
Really?
Yep. And they are super well made. They're calling theirs just Snuffles, but local people, this is really, really nice, and we have them at Animal
So the
Connection.
dog lays on the snuffle mat.
Yeah, he just puts it down. You stand up, and he's just like hunting,
Oh,
finding,
okay.
looking for whatever is in there. There's all these little nooks and crannies in there. So I just love them, but I wanted to show that as an idea for when you're at work and enrichment, and I want to show this little product too.
That's
So,
awesome.
This is one of my favorite enrichment toys. It can be a slow feeder. It hides treats. So what you're going to do in this thing, you're going to put treats, yogurt. You can freeze it so it lasts longer. Pate dog food, cheese.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, anything in there. I like to have it frozen because it's going to last longer, and it wobbles a little bit. you can also get a smaller piece that goes in it. So now they've got to figure out how to open this thing. But the nice thing is we're going to offer this wonderful cookbook this week. And Judy probably can't see this, but this has got all your recipes in it. I mean, you can put fruit in it, vegetables. I mean, they've got some pictures in here of like pieces of broccoli sticking out like a little crown or dried fish. But if you're going to come in Animal Connection, we're going to give you one of these because this is going to be super important.
Get out of town.
Yeah.
That is so generous.
You buy this and you're going to get the cookbook. The cookbook's a $4 value, so you're going to get one free.
That's awesome.
But this is important. You know, you're going to work or you're working at home and your dog's driving you nuts. You know, you can also use them for cats. Cats kind of like them. So, but, you know, that's the kind of thing. I want to show these for enrichment. I also wanted to touch in some other things that we can do to sort of help you save money, because you know how tough it is after Christmas.
Credit card bills.
You spent your wad during Christmas, and you know maybe you're not thinking about having your dog groomed, but I think we're going to be launching something where it's a wash and go and nails option, because yes, our self-service dog wash is extremely popular, but some people don't want to do it, so we're going to be launching some of that thing. But that's what we're envisioning, is just dog wash, towel dry, nail trim, good to go. You know, and that's going to save time and money. It's going to make it easier for your dogs in between grooming sessions. So matting, you know, cleanliness isn't that much of a problem. This is a time when you really ought to come in and talk to us about paw care, skin and coat care, chews, and things that we have for teeth cleaning. Because yes, these are products, but let me tell you, vet expenses for those kind of things. Teeth cleaning, it's expensive, people.
So expensive.
And it's, you know, and your dog doesn't like it easier. So let's be proactive with that. And that, you know, we're big believers in proactive healthcare. Come see us, you know what we can show you.
Proactive healthcare is essentially the essence of why you started Animal Connection.
That's right. I mean, I know what's less stressful. So, you know, we're here to just give you some ideas and, you know, save you some time and money and stress for your animals and all of that.
We should highlight a photography shoot if it's percolating at Animal Connection.
Yeah, that's going to be part of the Valentine's deal. Adrienne Eichner and I are putting together something about beautiful Valentine's pictures. I mean, she does such a nice job. She really does. And so we're percolating something. I like that word, percolating. Percolating. Yeah. We're putting together something like that for Valentine's Day. It involves the SPCA, of course. You can look forward to maybe some dog treat decorating fun. You know, we're going to let you play with some sprinkles and some icing and see how that goes. We did that one year with Erica Renee's kids. Yeah, we let them
Green
come
Dogs
in
Unleashed.
we let them come in and decorate their own dog treats, and it was a riot. But you know, we might have to do that again this year.
She's always got something cooking.
It's fun.
What are you percolating for next Wednesday? Or next Tuesday, excuse me.
Well, I'm not here next week. It's my husband's birthday, so I'm going to go celebrate Conrad.
Okay.
And we'll potentially have a guest co-host for you. Okay. So, working on that right now.
So, what are you and the captain doing?
Going to the water. What else? Brackish water. You know, that's a great way to spend a weekend.
The captain's birthday is next Tuesday.
Yep.
Conrad.
Yep.
I love it. Happy birthday early to Conrad.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So Eastern Shore.
Potentially.
Okay.
Yep. Potentially.
Fantastic. Well earned.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts for your fans and viewers?
Well, you know, we just want this to be a great year for everybody's pets and for the humans. And, you know, it feels like it's the first year where everything's really back full on.
I feel the same. I was going to talk about that on our 12:30 show.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the first year where we have had a breath and we're not uncertain or fearful of the unknown.
I mean, it's still out there, but I mean, I think people are really being proactive about their own health care.
I agree.
And wanting to get
And we have more knowledge now.
We have lots of knowledge. Yep.
We know the outcomes more now.
We do.
We're more prepared.
Right.
Don't you feel that way?
I do. You know, so I think people are just going to take care of their mind a little bit differently too. You know,
I think that's very beautifully said.
work on their stress factors.
Because we've had 2 years of it.
Almost 3.
Oh, 3 in March.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's a lot for a mind and a body to absorb. So I think people are going to have a good year, but, you know, get outside, get in. I'm going to the pool. So lap swimming, woohoo!
Very nicely done.
So if you come to Animal Connection and you see a sign on the door that says closed for like a half an hour, it's because we're all taking a walk.
I love
We're going to
that.
have a midday walk, like 1:30 to 2 or 2 to 2:30. Everyone's going to go walk the dogs and have fun.
That is awesome.
How about that?
Look at it. You're refreshed.
My mind is like the hamster wheel
the
that never stops.
In the words of Doc Holliday, fresh as a daisy. Patty Zeller.
Daisies. Wow. Okay. I never
Poignant-
thought of myself as a daisy kind of person. but-
Poignant perspective and prose from Patty Zeller.
Wow.
I'm rejuvenated and recharged on your energy.
You ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
I am.
I am ready to rock and roll.
Good deal.
You and I have that mindset though. And then
Gosh.
it's up to us to get the charges on board.
But please, people, I mean, if you have questions, just call us, text us, come by. I mean, we are here to help you guys. No matter what it is, you know, whether it's a health question, a grooming question, behavior question, you know, this is what we're here for. So we would love to have feedback.
I love it. Patty Z,
Yeah.
guys, Animal Connection. She's approaching 23 years of positively serving the animal community in Central Virginia. 23 years. Get ready for a wild and crazy and busy schedule at Animal Connection.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. We cannot wait. Patty, you were on fire today.
Phew. Are you tired now?
No? I'm ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
I
very
spent
good.
45 minutes with you. I'm ready to rock and roll.
Oh, Lord above.
Go visit her at Ix Park, guys. Animal Connection and Ix Park. Judah Wickhauer is the enterprising director. We are back with a bang with What's
All right.
Barking Local, the first show of 2023.
Hang on,
It's
people.
Absolutely wonderful time to stay positive for the rest of this year. For
You got
Patty, for Judah, my name is Jerry, and we will always be positive on What's Barking Local.
Woohoo.
We'll see you next week. Take care, everyone. Patty, well done. Very well done.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Don't you love these spur of the moment talks?